everybody, what's going on? Welcome to FSP Fun Speculation Podcast. This is Mav speaking, and we are live. Yeah, we're live. We're here ready for another show. It's been a while since we've had an FSP, a few weeks now. I have missed it, but you know, it's been a crazy couple weeks. We had a whirlwind of a time this past weekend. It was pretty freaking crazy, and we had a lot of fun. But we're here ready now. We got gaming news to talk about, actual stuff to talk about as well. So this is going to be pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah.
So, okay. Sorry, I got excited. Sorry,
you got
games coming up, and I got excited.
Is that an excitement sound?
Yeah, dude.
I thought it was like an owl or something. Let's say hello to Psychonauts first, because you know he's already introduced himself with that awkward noise. What's up, Psycho? It's been cool seeing you the last few days.
I know, man. It's been a great freaking weekend, and seeing you and the family, and then we got onto Indy's podcast earlier today and talked about As Dusk Falls.
Absolutely.
And if you have not played it, it's a must play. So
yeah.
Other than that, it's great to see everyone here. Jasper, Fuzzy, the always Fuzzy, not the Fuzzy Wuzzy like 3-bit was.
Fuzzy Wuzzy. Speaking of 3-bit, he's I think he's probably in the air right now. Actually he's going all the way from Dallas back to Georgia right now.
It's not too far.
No, it's like a 3-hour flight almost, 2 hours, 45 minutes. And so wishing them a safe flight. But like, I think that it was awesome to see you, man. So I'm really happy that you were able to come, and we watched some awesome movies, and we had lots of cigars. We had some drinks. We had some good food. We got to do episode number 100. That was all insane.
Dude, some of the food that epic fries. Cheese fries at the movie theater / bowling alley / video arcade place / restaurant. Man, that I forget the name of it.
It's called Strike and Reel. Yeah. It's a bowling alley / movie theater. It's a pretty cool place.
Bro, the epic cheese fries were fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, what all do they have on them? Again, Psycho, you want to tell the world so that everybody can know about the Strike and Reel epic cheese fries?
Oh my God. Yes, it was French fries, sweet potato fries, tater tots,
nice,
waffle fries,
okay,
cheese sauce,
nice.
bacon. I don't know if there was sour cream, but there were chives. I don't think there was sour cream, but all that epic fucking cheese fries.
You missed something. It's something you added to them.
Oh, brisket. Fucking brisket.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. And that wasn't an additional charge. It's either chicken or brisket. And I'm like, chicken or brisket? Yeah, give me the brisket. All day.
Yeah.
Every day.
They looked epic. I had some street tacos and some chips and salsa. Those were great too. But yeah, what was even better though was that damn movie we saw. Because Bullet Train was fucking amazing, dude.
I know, dude.
Oh my God.
If that's another movie you have to go watch. That Prey was a fantastic freaking movie that we watched, and we watched
Elvis,
which was a unique take on Elvis's story. I'll tell you that. Wow. I didn't know that his manager was such a piece of shit.
A unique take. That's what happened, isn't it? Just
yeah.
No, well, everything was, I guess, came out a couple years ago. The things that we were only people kind of hinting at, or but it came out in court. This is what happened, like 100%. And this guy was a piece of shit. So
yeah. And Mr. Joanna Dark says, "Is Bullet Train as good as DC League of Super Pets?" I'll tell you this: Bullet Train is my #1 movie so far this year. It actually exceeded Top Gun Maverick, which was hard to do. I loved Top Gun Maverick, but Bullet Train was a thrill ride from start to finish. It was funny as hell. Action was great. It's going to be in my top 10 list of all time. I don't know where to place it right now, but it was damn good. It was a great movie. I'd never seen anything quite like it before. So yeah, loved it. But yeah, we got more intros to do. We're reminiscing. Hey, Fuzzy, always Fuzzy Belvedere. What's up, dude? How are you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. It's been a minute since we've had our last episode, but man, it's just been so much gaming stuff going on. Good news, bad news, and in between as well.
Yeah.
But man, so much to talk about, and that 100th episode of Xbox Ultimate was awesome.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Next was it episode 200? I got to figure out a way to fly out to Texas.
Yeah, dude, we'll get everybody next time, right? Like, I think it was probably one of my favorite shows for sure, maybe the favorite, because it was just a blast having like actual people here, you know,
Nice.
like doing it. And the chat was amazing too. Everything was just fun and laughs the whole time. Everything I hoped it would be. So. But Jasper, what's up with you, man? How's it going, sir? Main question is, how are you doing, Jasper? How are you?
It's been all right. I've just been kind of going through my backlog, just finishing games, just going back through old games, stuff like that. That's kind of what I've been up to, waiting for Spider-Man to come out this week.
What's the number? Like, what have you been spending the most time playing? Like, out of those,
I finished Homefront Revolution. It was on sale for $2.
Okay.
I never finished it, so I'm back.
Is that the good one or the bad one?
Were any of them that great?
There was a 360 one that wasn't that bad, and then there was another one that came out later that was like really bad, right?
This was on the it came out on the Xbox One. I don't.
Okay, so that's the bad.
It was
one.
like 2015 or something.
Yeah, that's the bad one. It could play better now. I don't know, but there was one that had come out in the 360 generation that was not as bad. It was okay. But yeah, there's lots of those games that, you know, may play better if you go back and play them now. Is it getting any boost or anything?
Yeah, it's 120 FPS boost. And,
okay.
It has an in-game slider where you can turn up the anti-aliasing so you can make it look a little better.
That's cool. Right on. So that game was trash when it came out, I think, for a lot of people. Well, that one was the 360 one or the Xbox One you said?
Xbox One version.
Okay.
Xbox One.
Yeah, Pole said Homefront Revolution is decent. It's open world. Right on. I have to go back and check it out. I remember playing like the beta or something for that game, or like a free demo or something, and it was on
like Games with Gold weekend for one time. That's when I first
maybe
played it.
That's when I tried it.
And I saw it was on sale for $2, and I was like, why not? It's $2.
Right on. Is it still on sale?
It might be. I don't know.
Yeah. If it's $2, I'll give it a try. But you know, we got some bad news today, guys. Well, I mean, I've seen on Twitter people like are not that excited for this game. For me, I'm a little bit excited for it, and I still have my guard up about it a little bit, but I just want some damn stuff to play and look forward to in 2022. And like, I've had this list kind of in my head of like, okay, well, I get to play this game. At least I get to play this game after everything else has been delayed out of 2022. And guess what? More things that I've been looking forward to today were delayed out of this year. And they're all these games that always get delayed happen to be on my list, you know? So I don't know if that's bad luck. I mean, I've seen people say, well, nobody even cares about this game. Well, like I do. I care about this game. That game is Midnight Suns. I actually want to play that damn game. What's up, 3-Bit? He said, Yo, still traveling back home. Y'all are Gucci. Yeah, bro. It was great to see you, 3-Bit. Yeah. Love you, man. I hope you're having a great trip home, dude. But yeah, Midnight Suns is like one of those games where it had super excitement when it was announced. Right. I think we were all like cheering, like, or at least I know Psycho was and Pong was, right? Because it's like our kind of game, you know? And then we saw the gameplay reveal for it like 2 days later, and we're like, oh, right. We're not actually excited about this because we don't like what they're doing. It's like not like we thought it was going to be XCOM Marvel, right? But it wasn't. It was XCOM. I mean, it was Marvel card game, right? So the hype kind of dissipated, but then over time now, seeing more and more of the game, it's kind of building back up because like there's some really cool stuff that they're doing. So I was like, okay, my hype level's back up. I'm definitely gonna get this game, and it's for access. It can't be that bad. They're great. And another 2022 game is pushed out to 2023, and first quarter, it looks like probably of 2023 is what they're saying, at least for current gen consoles. But people that are on last gen consoles have no hope in sight right now, because it's indefinitely delayed even further behind that. So I know, Psycho, you were excited about this game. Like, what are you a little sad, or are you just like that? Okay, well, it's just another delay.
Yeah, at this point, it sucks, because it's, they delayed another a game that looked interesting, and it's a different take. I definitely wanted to try it out to see how
Yeah.
the card aspect worked in this type of game. And aren't we at the point now that it's like, well, it's another delay? I mean, should we be shocked at this point because of everything that has been delayed so far? And there's still,
And this is the second delay that game's had, actually, I think, because the first time they were saying, hey, we're going to push it back, it's going to come out later because we're going to rework some things, right? And then that's when they came out with the later release date. Now it got pushed back again. So
who's the publisher? Do you know off the top of
2K.
your head? I don't.
Yeah, 2K.
2K.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's
that's why it's gonna be $70.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah,
it's already
$70.
announced it was $70.
Yeah.
Has it? Damn it,
Yep.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, 2K Next Gen games are $70. Same with apparently Ubisoft now, and PlayStation.
I'm just gonna wait till there's a sale, because I like. I'm not a fan of the $70 price point, so I got other games to look forward to until then.
Also, if it's going to come out the first quarter of next year, like, there's going to be so many games first quarter next year. It's like, I'm going to skip Midnight Suns over everything else coming out.
Yeah, so it's like, we know the first half pretty much of Xbox, what's going to be there, because that's what the whole E3 was this year. The second half, it's vague. So at that point, hopefully it'll be on sale and I'll pick it up at that point. Because if it comes out first quarter or first half of 2023, I'm not going to play it over Starfield, Redfall, and among the
there's a shit ton of games coming out. Yeah,
Diablo.
Star Wars.
Jesus Christ.
It's a bad for the game. This was an opportunity for them to actually get a bigger audience, probably, because it's going to be shoved in there.
It was coming out alongside Call of Duty, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, the original and now the release date, whenever that was, it should be like right now, probably something like that. Would be a perfect time for that game to come out. Joanna Dark asked a good question. He says, should they drop the Gen 8 versions of the game if they cannot provide a good experience, similar to Gotham Knights? Here's the thing. I don't know if they cannot provide a good experience with it. I think it's just like resources and where they're spending their time. And I think that overall, I know that there's a lot of people that have PS4s and Xbox Ones are like, well, I know that this game could run on our platform, right? Because it doesn't look like mind-blowing graphically or anything like that, right? At the same time, if this is causing delays in general, having to make games for so many different platforms and have such a low common denominator or low spec that you have to reach, then maybe at that point, because the original Xbox One, the original PS4 are pretty low on that spec, right? But is PC specs even less though?
Midnight Suns is not like the most demanding game. It's just a card-based game with animations that it's not like you're doing much.
Yeah. Why is they delaying the last gen versions past even the current gen? It's kind of weird. But it does tell you that a lot of the big debate. Do they develop games and then scale down, or they develop games and then scale up? Well, this seems like they're developing the game and scaling down, right? Because they're developing the game and then trying to get them to work on last gen. Is kind of what it seems like. What do you think, Fuzzy? Should they just move on from last gen, or?
Yeah, although I know it's going to probably hurt a lot of those that haven't moved up to next gen, but we kind of saw the same thing from the PS3 to 360 gen leading into Xbox One and PS4 with
Mm-hmm.
like Dying Light. Like that was one of those where I was kind of on the fence before between, PS3 and PS4. Should I go ahead and upgrade or should I wait a year or whatever, way back when? And Dying Light was that deciding factor because they at the last minute ditched doing anything for the PS3. So I was like, well, if it's going to be for the next gen, I'll go ahead and do the upgrade now for that particular game. But this game doesn't seem like it's one that's that demanding. But I think after the whole Cyberpunk thing, where previous gen was kind of struggling out the gate type of deal in comparison to like the current, I guess you can call current gen or PC. I think a lot of these developers would rather not have that headache or negative press
It's not like
or
this
take
game
that
has to
extra
run at
time.
120 FPS. It's
Yeah.
a card game, It's
Well,
like-
true, yeah. For a card game, they shouldn't have to do that much optimization, but I don't know. It just seems like at this point in time, I don't know if they're trying to cut back on dev time, so crunch is kind of shoved aside type of deal, or
Yeah.
if it's just a matter of they're looking to like save cost and not having to pay these extra hours and salaries and bonuses or whatnot type of thing. So I think a lot of the parent companies are probably like, yeah, if we can save some bucks, yeah, let's do that. But unfortunately, those with last gen consoles are going to kind of suffer from it. But I'm fine with it. But then again, it's because I have the current gen consoles.
I mean, it could just be that maybe they're doing this to like, maybe this is the way they say this is the most efficient way we can get this game out as soon as possible is if we split it up.
Right.
Whereas like if they say we have to work on Xbox One and Series X at the same time, it's going to be a whole nother year. But if we just focus on one, we can actually get it out the door.
Right. I think that's probably more like, I mean, if on Xbox too, like, well, I was gonna say you could do xCloud, but like this game's not gonna be in Game Pass, so they haven't got that working with your library yet. But I think that if they're really having this many issues like across the industry, like just stop telling us when these games are like giving us windows and release dates and stuff ahead of time. Because it's like every freaking game, it's like these release dates that we're getting are just like, I put it on Twitter, they're like an illusion. It's just like something to keep us content and to have us stuff to look forward to, and then always met with disappointment at some time because it gets pushed back. And I agree, like in the chat, I've seen a couple people mention COVID. Yeah, that's obviously having a huge impact on the industry. We've seen more delays these last couple years than I can ever remember happening. I mean, it seems to me almost every freaking game is delayed. Every big game, at least.
Well, I think Fuzzy was kind of pointing at it. I think it's that Cyberpunk effect. People don't want their game to, like, even the slightest bug nowadays will get you blasted on Twitter, and then if it catches on Twitter, everyone's just going to jump on that bandwagon, and your whole company's going to lose half its stock. And it's like,
what are the cards going to be glitching all on the screen? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, so my card's dancing. I can't play, and I can't see the card. My card's dancing. How did they release this game? Stupid card. I mean, it is a big game though, right? I think it may be like a content delay, because as opposed to trying to get it like fully operational on the system, because like XCOM games are pretty massive. Like Firaxis is kind of known for all the depth that goes into it, and maybe because of the amount of depth, they just can't finish it on all the platforms or something. I'm not sure.
What, there's like at least like 12 characters you can play as or something. So like they have to animate each one of their abilities, and 20 plus cards for them, all those abilities animated. So it's like it's a lot of work to.
Yeah, and they're gonna have a certain amount of outfits, per character and stuff like that too. Yeah, I guess, man, I don't know. I don't know like how you see some of these indie studios that have like 15, 20 devs like do so much cool stuff so quickly, right? And then you see these big studios that are been around for forever, like struggle so much to get games out, right? The other game that was announced today that I was really looking forward to that was delayed was Arc Raiders. which this one I
kinda
kind of
saw that
saw
coming.
coming, right? Like we haven't heard
They haven't been on Twitter and since March. It's like
we haven't heard anything about this game at all since like it was announced pretty much. And then, you know, they had a really good showing and built up a lot of hype for it. But then radio silence for a really long time. And it was supposed to be coming this year, right? Well, today they officially came out and said, you know what, we need more time. It's going to be next year. So this one like is not as much as of a surprise. And this is the first official delay, I think, that we've had for it now. So, but my hype has not waned any for this game. This is a new studio as well. This is their first project, I believe. So, as far as that goes, it seems more like understandable. You know what I mean? And it's not like I'm upset over any of these studios' delays. I want them to do what's best for the games, but it is getting like 22 just sucks ass, you know, for big releases. You know, we've had a few and there's just still some to come, you know, but man, I don't trust anything that's supposed to come out this year still. Like any of these games are slated for October, November, December. I don't trust it. Hogwarts, I don't trust it. You know, High on Life, I don't trust it.
Don't jinx it.
I think.
Yeah, I don't trust any of them. I think every single game is now just delayed to 2023. I'm even if unless it's like 2 weeks away and we get a release date, I don't trust it. So, you know, anything within my two week window, I'm okay with.
What was that PC game? Everyone was. It was like kind of like Division, but with zombies, whatever.
Oh yeah,
it got delayed like 2 weeks before
right.
it was come out on Steam. So.
Oh, and I agree with Alvin too. I trust COD is going to come out this way as well because they'll just release it no matter what kind of condition that game's in. Like it doesn't matter. They'll remove the complete campaign if they have to and still sell it to you for $70. You know, they'll give you like, oh, hey, this year we're only doing zombies, guys. This is just the zombies. It's a different Modern Warfare than you're used to. I know. Or we can only finish the Spec Ops mode, guys. But you know what? You know, we're gonna make it the best Spec Ops mode ever, and it's $70, and you're gonna love it. You know, Call of Duty is releasing no matter what. I agree. And again, the sports games, those are gonna happen no matter what. It doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, they can be a broken shit where your character flies across the.
You know, you could be playing the game and it can say like 2019 all over the stadium and stuff, and you're like, hey, yeah, it's a new game, cool, man, and it's like whatever. But I think that for the most part, I don't trust any of these damn games. Any you know the ones that Xbox had, you know, in their E3 show, right? We've already lost Dark Tide on that list, right? Now what else is coming? What else are we losing? High on Life is not coming out in 2022. High on Life is not going to hit this year. It's not going to happen, man. I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. It's indie game.
For that, or?
That is October something, I think. Okay. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it'll hit. I don't know.
Out there that, so it probably will.
Scorn's been all over social media saying we're still slated for October. We're still on the right track. That game's coming out 2023. I don't trust anybody anymore. I've lost all faith. I've lost.
There's too much footage of that game out there.
I agree. I'm just joking, being sarcastic with some of this stuff, but like it's. At this point, man, it's like, what the hell's going on, dude? What did y'all think of Arc Raiders? I mean, do you think this is going to be a big thing, or it's Embark? I think is the name of the studio.
It's free to play too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be a free to play. Yeah, I'm thinking this is. I won't say it's going to be quite Destiny level, but I think it will fit in there between like a Destiny and Division level interest as far as, you know, persistent, you know, player base and things like that. I think them delaying it to 2023 gives them more time to have more content and stuff in the mix.
Yeah, from that first trailer they showed, well, I got the initial impression there's not much to the game. Like it kind of seemed like a Sea of Thieves thing where they just kind of run around the planet and there's nothing really going on. That's kind of what I got from it. Is like there's not too much content in this game yet, but it's supposed to come out this year. So that was kind of my fear overall with that game. But
I'm hoping they figure something out for it.
Yeah, I haven't followed too much on the Arc Raiders, so we'll see. It looks very interesting. I heard Colt talk and Gaz talking about it on their channel tonight, and it looks really, really good. So I just wondered if it just needs a little bit more time, and Alvin, we'll see how
Yeah.
that goes.
It's I mean, it's a new IP, new game. It's going to be free, like Jeff said, free to play. So they got to have that content flow. I already prepared. You know, they've seen these games come out and die, right? So they don't want to be next. But the music, the logo, the like.
Did they blow all their budget on? Was it This Girl's on Fire? Whatever.
I don't know, man. It's like there's so much badass stuff in that trailer, dude. Like the art style, the graphic, like the way the graphics are, like the logo, the music, everything just has like a fucking awesome vibe, you know. And I just want to play that game, you know. But you know, well, it'll be next year. What were you gonna say, Psycho?
No, I was gonna say they probably saw like how, you know, like how Halo, since it didn't have a lot of content, they were like, you know, I mean, Outriders really wasn't lacking content. It was more of
it was just broken.
Anthem is another one that was lacking content. So a lot of these, and that wasn't free to play technically.
No, Anthem was 60.
But it was a game that lacked content, and you know, they probably don't want it to be like, oh look, here's another game, no content. Why the fuck, you know? Yeah, it's free to play, and they don't want to have that stigma of being thrown in there like another free to play game. They're gonna forget about it. So when content does come, no one wants to play it. So better to delay and not have that negative press on it than to, because having a delay is better than having no aura of being not having no content. So so delay it, work on it, give us some, if that's what you're doing, give us more content, polish it up while you're doing whatever you're doing, and you know, give gamers a good experience, and that's what people like. And you know, if you got the content and people enjoy the game, you know, and if it's a hit, boom, you're golden.
I'm just gonna read their official tweet. Here's another thing and another trend, like these like image letterhead announcements of delays. Like it almost makes it worse, because anytime I see a tweet and I see like an image of words written and it's a developer's post, I'm like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like but this is like an update on the release of Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders will be releasing in 2023. We've made the decision to delay Arc Raiders to 2023. Arc Raiders is an ambitious game, and we will be using this extra time to expand the experience and allow it to reach its fullest potential. Hopefully that means a lot of content. We will be diving into more details as soon as we start to test the game more extensively with players. The excitement around Arc Raiders since its reveal has been so encouraging for us, and we truly appreciate your support. So, no like timetable with like like first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. At this point, I'm glad, you know, I think years are the best way to announce games at this point. Or give us a 2-year window, maybe. I don't know. This game will be out sometime between 2023 and 2025. That's how they should announce games. I think that would appease everybody, and then, you know, narrow it down as you get a little bit closer, right? But yeah, it's a very promising game. I'm a little disappointed, but at the same time, it's what's best. So we'll have to find some other stuff to play, which is not a shortage of things to play. There's just going to be a shortage of big new games to play. Yeah. The list is getting smaller by the day, by the week. Actually, every Monday is like delay day. Seems like.
My 2 big games for this year so far, one is only a couple of weeks away, which is Saints Row, which fingers crossed. I mean, that's already gone through a couple of delays.
So yeah, I think that's happening.
Isn't that gone gold? I think they already started printing the disc or whatever, haven't they? So it should come out.
Awesome. And then the other one's High on Life, which I have a feeling Mav might be on to something as far as, oh yeah, sorry, 2023 it is, and you know, I'll cry a few tears that day. But yeah, those are the 2 big ones. Then there's a lot of little like indie games in between that. Like you got what do you call them? The Cult of the Lamb coming up, and
Mm-hmm.
that's actually I think later this week. And then what's the other one? Well, Scorn's another one, but
Yeah.
that one I think they're pretty much done. They're just kind of like polishing and stuff like that now. And then even what is it, Pentiment? Which it's not an indie, but I'm kind of looking forward to that. And I think
Watch
that
that
one's
be the
on
one that
track
gets
as well.
delayed.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Pentiment delayed to 2023. Wow. Oh man.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, I'm just kind of scrolling through the list of like big games, and I'm trying to like hear everybody. A big game might be something different, but I think we all kind of know like what I mean by that. Like
$70 price tag.
it's 60, $70, big budget, you know, kind of AAA type thing, right? And you know, I'm in August right now, so we have Spider-Man's coming to PC, Jasper, right? That's soon. We have Pong's Game of the Year contender, We Are OFK, is coming out. That's not one of those big games. It's coming out this August 18th, it looks like. Madden's coming out. There's another promising game, Midnight Fight Express looks pretty cool.
That's an indie game.
Another indie games. I know I'm supposed to only be looking at the big games, but these keep jumping off the page to me. All right, Saints Row is hitting. Saints Row is really the only, besides Madden,
for August.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so like, tell me, unless any of these other ones are.
I mean, the one I'm excited for this month is Way of the Hunter. I've never played a hunting game really, but I just like watched it. And I just want to do something stupid, like stream a hunting game.
That's not even on Game Informer's list. Is that for August?
16th, yeah. It's THQ Nordic, so I mean,
Mm-hmm. So yeah, as far as August goes, I mean, there's not too much. And in September, you got NBA. You have the next gen version of Biomutant, but that game's already been out. You have Last of Us Part 1 remake. Evil West is promising. That's still this year. I would say that's kind of like a double A size, you know. Diofield Chronicle, I'm excited for. That's coming out in September. But man, okay, so October, we still got Gotham Knights, right?
October's the big month.
Yeah, Switch fans got Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, and you know they also had on Switch they had Xenoblade Chronicles 3 just come out, and they have Splatoon 3, I think, as Joanna keeps mentioning Switch games in the chat. Shout out to Joanna. Bayonetta 3 is still this year as well for them. So on the Switch, people are living good. If you like
everyone's been shitting on PlayStation and Xbox, but Switch is the only one that can actually get decent high level games out.
Right. Yeah. Well, maybe it's easier if you're making games for potatoes. I don't know.
Harder because you have to cram new technology down into old shit.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, it's no ray tracing on those babies. That's for damn sure. All right, Overwatch 2. I'm just. I don't even care about ray tracing. I'm just messing around. Overwatch 2 is like Overwatch 1 free to play version. Let's see. Man, I'm just like looking at this list. It's like A Plague Tale Requiem. That's still slated. Going to be delayed to 2023 probably. I know. It's just Xbox's luck this year. Would it surprise anybody? I mean, really?
Yeah, no, it wouldn't. I mean, it would be one of those things where there would probably be about a half a day of spaces on Twitter talking about it, and YouTube videos like Xbox is done because all its Game Pass games are delayed. And I mean, it would just be a day to stay away
We're
from
just going to look forward to 2023.
At this point, they're probably going to delay the Persona 5 Royale version on Xbox as well. Like, you've been waiting for years. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer, Xbox fans. November, there's
closing set for the rest of the year.
Tactics Ogre Reborn. Oh wait, they're not even coming out on Xbox. That's right. What is up with that? Anyway, like that one doesn't make any damn sense. So Psycho was seeing people try and slander that game, like, oh, nobody wants to play that game. It's a classic. It's a classic, right? but it's skipping Xbox, going to PlayStation 5, 4, Switch, and PC. The only platform really they're not. Like, is that what it is? Like Xbox, like, yeah, we signed up for this game. I don't think that's how it works. I mean,
yeah, was it Square? Is that who makes it or whatever?
Yeah, it's Square.
Yeah, so Square, what they do is they send out a mass email to all the companies and be like, if you want this game, you have to opt in. And Microsoft just never gets it.
I don't think so, Jasper.
It goes to the spam box.
Yeah, they because they actually, or they don't send an email and be like, oh, we sent it to you. Sorry.
Yeah, deccaddo saying Sony already purchased their stakes, man. Well, in that case, we wouldn't be getting Diofield Chronicles coming out
Switch
on the Xbox, which is slated for September. So maybe I don't know. Like, it's so weird. I just don't get it. And why is Warhammer Darktide delayed on PC and not coming out to Xbox this year? It's some of these decisions.
I can kind of understand that for a smaller studio, like putting the PC version out first and then console. That's
I
kind
guess.
of common.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we do have a big budget, big time game coming out this year, everybody. It's one of those $70 ones. It's Skull and Bones.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Call of Duty.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones, everybody. Big time multiplat.
Premium.
And then, you know, obviously we got Gotham Knights and Hogwarts, but man, it's like
Hogwarts is questionable.
yeah, God of War Ragnarok, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that gets delayed to 2023 as well, I mean, I don't think there's a chance at this point, right? I mean, do you guys think it's possible?
It's possible, but man,
that would be like
Sony. They might as well just turn off any retweets.
I think they would put it out broken before they delay it.
Yeah. You think so? Well, they did with Horizon Forbidden West, pretty much, right?
Yeah, they did.
And they had the whole rest of the year to finish that game before they got any crap, right? So
they saw that shitstorm with Gran Turismo when that first came out too. So they would just put it out.
Yeah. Probably so. I mean, that game they've spent a long time on though, right? Like I think it was originally supposed to be a launch window slated game, around that first year. Yeah, and it's been a couple years now, so I don't know if that's going to be delayed, but yeah, it was a bad day for game delay announcements. Did we have any good news today that anybody can think of, like that was positive that made you look at gaming like, oh wow, that's a cool thing?
Not today, but there's like rumors of a new Forza Horizon DLC pretty soon. It's supposed to like have some YouTuber influence or something with it. It's like some YouTuber car channel, I think.
Oh, you talking about yeah, so you're talking about the jeez. There's like I forgot what game it was. It was like a twist on a certain game that was Wipeout. It was, you talking about the Wipeout thing? That was from
Don Juan song?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, let me see if I can't find it. Y'all can go on. I'll come back.
Probably.
Yeah, that's the big Forza YouTuber that makes all these custom tracks and stuff. So
no, this was like a guy that repairs cars or some shit, like Gas Monkey, but not him. Is like something like that.
Interesting. Yeah, so this is a rumor swirling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's something that was kind of revealed today: is Call of Duty Next, right? That is going to be happening, I believe, was it early September? Jasper, do you remember what the date was for that?
September 15th.
Yeah,
is when we're getting all the reveals and stuff, and then the next day is the beta, I think.
Yeah, so Call of Duty is going to get a bunch of reveals at that, and we're going to have the beta announcements and all that kind of stuff, and they've already kind of slated when those are going to be. And PlayStation is getting earlier access again for this game, so I don't understand the marketing aspect of that because we haven't seen their name plastered on anything with the marketing. However, they still got the beta, and we've talked about this before if we were unclear on that. And I'm kind of curious, what does this mean for if the Activision Blizzard deal closes? Right,
well, we knew they would get the beta.
Stays in place. Yeah, because they've had early access for the past few games and stuff as far as the betas.
You think that's a development thing, or do you think it's like a part of a contract?
I think it's part of the contract. Yeah, because that was one of those things where ever since they've had the marketing, they've always had like the earlier betas and stuff like that. But I think it's it's kind of like Sony's stuck, even though Microsoft is like, yeah, we'll honor all those existing contracts and stuff. Sony's like, man, we don't even want to talk about it because people are already associating it with Xbox. So, the only thing we can really, push or talk about is the early access, because for those that may not be paying attention, that'll be the one thing they'll be like, oh yeah, I should get it on PlayStation because I can play it earlier.
Yeah.
So I found the Forza thing. It's Forza 5 is getting a new DLC pack that focuses on popular automotive enthusiast YouTube channel Donut Media. I've never heard of them, but
Donut, yes.
So
He's
it'll be
so good.
drifting and like
Yeah.
engine conversions with big engines and little cars, basically like a
Yeah.
Ferrari engine and a GT86.
Or like a Mazda Miata with a Chevy 350 big block.
So are we gonna get stuff like that in the game? Like,
that would be awesome. I mean, it would be almost like an expansion on when they had the Hoonigan cars and things like that. I'm hoping they have like trails. Almost, they don't do Pikes Peak, but they do like Dragon Trail and a couple other like famous roads that have a lot of twists and turns and elevation and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see how that pans out.
Yeah. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to PTK, Deccaddo, Mr. Joined Dark, Gogopo, RWK88, Nola Orange, and Tim Allen. Railski, as well. Alvin, Rick Payne. What's going on, guys? Appreciate everybody here watching. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button if you do, please. Appreciate everybody here watching right now. And yeah, there's some more good news though, guys. There was also a Tekken tease.
Oh yeah, that was today.
Yeah, so Tekken got teased at Evo, and it's like,
well, we got a teaser and it's supposed to get revealed at Evo.
Yeah,
I think.
Okay, I don't know.
It's a teaser for the Evo.
Right, it's a teaser. Yeah, teaser for the Evo thing.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And it was like old school Kazuya, right? About to drop Hahachi off the cliff and stuff, and then all of a sudden you get like the new graphics. Was it Kazuya? I can't remember. But yeah, dude, I think that could be pretty cool. So we're gonna have potentially a battle of Street Fighter and Tekken again. You know what I mean? Like coming out the same year if it hits next year, right?
Street Fighter just got new characters revealed too.
Yes, the ninja girl that looked pretty cool.
Motorcycle. Yeah, the chick on the bike, and then the other chick that K Mega. I saw from K Mega. I didn't see it from.
Yeah, he reteased all the
Street
fighting
Fighter
stuff. And there was another fighting game that's coming to Xbox too, like Rumblefish or something like that. Is that what it's called?
Rumbleverse, yeah.
No, this is not. No, this is something else.
I was gonna say because that was something
like Rumblefish 2 or something like that. I can't remember what exactly what it's called, but supposedly it's pretty damn good. Alvin says Kimberly and Jury are the two.
Jury's like a returning character. That used to be one of my favorite because it's easy to constantly break people's guard. Well, not really break guards, but it's easy to kick if they try to do a jump, like a mid jump or a high jump or something like that. So having her back in the game should be pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm excited for that. The fighting genre like is kind of coming back a little bit. King of Fighters 15 was excellent. I don't have anybody in my friends list that really plays it, but or I'd play it with them. But like, it is a badass game. It's really good. It's really solid.
They just announced they're doing crossplay for that, I think.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
But
I think we just got the update for it. We got to get on and try it. Although, like I told you before, I'm still a bit of a button masher. I don't have that much of a plan as far as how
I play every game in like is if it's either Mortal Kombat or if it's Street Fighter. So like I have the Street Fighter moves in my head, right? So when I pick up a fighter, I'm like, are these Street Fighter controls? And every character I try and do Hadoukens or like Chun-Li, like hurricane kicks, or a Guile's like Sonic Boom, or anything like that. And I'm like, because usually all the movesets kind of revolve around those kind of stylings, because everything kind of copied Street Fighter. And on Mortal Kombat, when I'm playing a game like that, I try and do those kind of button combinations and stuff like that to on any of those kind of games, right? And usually I just figure out the controls that way, just kind of mess around trying to do Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter moves, and it works pretty well, right? Joanna Dark says, should you pick up King of Fighters for $35 on sale? King of Fighters 15 is the best fighting game I've played in years. I'll say that. Absolutely awesome.
It blows Street Fighter 5 away.
Oh my god,
time.
yeah. And I was never a King of Fighters guy, you know, like just that one, it shines. It's just absolutely fantastic. But I am glad that the fighting genre is coming back. I'm still waiting for the next big fighting game announcement, and Ed Boon has got to make it soon, please. Unless WB Discovery is jacking with those guys. That's my fear. Do y'all have fears over this, or am I the only one that like?
It's possible. Like I've seen like some people say they're going to sell off the gaming part of it. Some people aren't. Like I'm kind of like, I don't think they'll sell it off. I think they'll try to see what they can do with it first before they sell it off.
Yeah,
because I don't know, it's just a waste of money at that point. You bought it and then just going to immediately sell it.
What do y'all think their next game is? Because it's
Gotham Knights.
No, NetherRealm.
See, I thought
I think it's gonna be something different.
I must be completely out of the loop because I thought originally they were going to be working on something different, but I'm under the impression Ed Boon was put on that multiverse stuff. So I think that's what he's been working on behind the scenes. I don't think NetherRealm as a whole is really doing anything. I think they just pulled his talents to put it towards multiverse.
You think so? They got to be making something. He's been putting stuff out there that they're making something, you know, like their next game and stuff like that. So I think there's something big coming from them. Yeah. So Ed Boon said a few months ago that his next game was something that they have never done before. I think he knows that people are assuming NetherRealm when he's talking like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like he can't. If he were to put that out there, it'd be so misleading if it was for like multiverse, you know, multiverses.
Something he's never done before.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a next NetherRealm game. They've got to have been doing something since MK11, right? Yeah. Like something.
When did that come out? 2018, something like that.
Yeah, 2018, I think. 2019 at the latest, and it's like what we're.
Have they ever done an MK versus Injustice?
They did a first one was like Mortal Kombat versus DC or something like that.
Yeah, you're correct.
And then they made Injustice after that, right?
Well, he's kind of like hinted at like doing a crossover game, hasn't he? Like,
yes,
bringing in like another IP into the Mortal Kombat, or at least another IP into a fighting game.
Yeah, they've kind of done that with like Mortal Kombat and in Injustice and stuff. But I think he's been hinting like something that we haven't seen before is like something surprising, which would mean potentially some people are speculating a Killer Instinct type crossover thing. Mobile game, Jasper, get that out of your mouth. Go wash out your mouth with soap, young man, right now. I think that we could get something really cool. I think the next thing we see from NetherRealm is going to be like amazing, because the last couple games have like taken big steps in my opinion. Like Mortal Kombat 11 was fantastic, and so was Injustice 2. So this next game has got to be mind-blowing, but I don't think it's going to be either Mortal Kombat or Injustice.
Well, if they do another Mortal Kombat, I would think they would kind of start hyping it up around when the new movie comes out. Which is the new movie next year, Mortal Kombat 2, or is it 2024?
I don't know. With WB Discovery right now, everything's up in the air. I mean, will it even see the light of day?
That's like seems smart to me to like put it around your movie release, but I don't know. Maybe that's just.
Yeah, I would agree.
There's no logic when it comes to WB.
Not right now.
No,
that whole company is undergoing massive changes, and things are like happening that we don't know or understand.
North America, it's supposed to combine in 2023 summer. So
yeah, that has me a little concerned with Gotham Knights too. Like if it like launches and they just kind of like abandon ship after, you know what I mean?
Content for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. because I think they may be committed to releasing these games that they've been in development for so long, so they can recoup costs and try and cash in on it. But after they launch, look, we haven't seen a commitment from WB Discovery that they really are even interested in gaming at all, because they don't talk about it whatsoever, you know, as a bigger entity. And we've seen cuts, we've seen closures, we've seen cancellations.
Well, is that because they can't talk about it now? Because they would have to, Discovery would have to make that announcement if they're interested in it, not WB now, right?
Well, it's one company now. WB Discovery is one company, right? So,
but I'm assuming like Discovery is like more kind of like the heads up and managers part of it, not like
no, it's like
WB is kind of like the.
It's one thing. It's like that's just. I think the Discovery executive was like put in charge of like the whole thing, right? If I remember right, it was either one of the WB guys or it was the Discovery guy. But then like the board is like made up of like people from AT&T and WB and Discovery and all in these different board people, and it's all kind of equal. You know what I mean? There's not like. It's not like one company is pulling the strings for the other. It's just it's one brand new company now, right?
Yeah.
So it's not WB, it's not Discovery. It's a new entity in and of itself called WB Discovery. And they're taking the pieces that they all had and kind of making this new thing. And they want to form this new streaming app that's like a mega streaming app that's going to compete with Disney Plus, Netflix, and stuff like that. And they're kind of going to merge it all into one thing. And part of that is they're getting rid of content, canceling things left and right. And they're also have not mentioned at all, since the actual acquisition was final, anything about their vision for gaming, right? They had this big, long like talk from the executives saying like, we're excited for the future of our company. We're going to be investing in all of our movies, platforms, and studios. We want to create the big universes with DC and all this kind of stuff. And
I'm going to pitch this idea to them. If you want the next big streaming service, put your AAA games in your streaming service along with TV shows.
Yeah. Well, who knows what they're going to do, because they just keep canceling stuff left and right now. And I'm thinking that the gaming stuff is going to be part of that chopping block at some point if they can't find a buyer for it, which was also, remember, like what, a few months back, a pretty good insider that is usually not wrong was putting out on Twitter and stuff that they're hearing rumblings of them looking to move on from the gaming division, which would also fall in line with everything else that we're seeing right now. But they have had these games that they've been in development for so long, so kind of like the movie projects and everything that they've finishing up and releasing, they got to do that with these games. But I think once those games launch, who knows what's going to happen? Like, will they fund a new project for NetherRealm after they release their game, or will they fund a new project for WB Montreal or for Rocksteady?
Cancellations of games yet from them. You would think like maybe games that are like farther out that we know about, they would just can those so they don't waste money on it.
I think there's too much of a potential moneymaker for those games, and they've already been years in development. So I don't know if it would make sense for them financially to do that, right? Like,
no.
Yeah, I think if it's a game that's still far out, then they're still putting money into that. So
so we're looking at like what Hogwarts is this year, right? And we got Gotham Knights is this year, and then NetherRealm's game could potentially be next year, if or be announced for next year, if it hasn't already been canceled behind the scenes and we don't know about it, right? So
like that Wonder Woman game, that's still too far out. They would just cancel that if it's.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is stuff that has been in development and that is close to being released. They're allowing it to go forward.
Yeah.
Now, games that are too far out, I don't know if they have canceled it, but they also could have been like, we're not going to put too much resources in. If they're selling off studios, they don't want to put too much resources into the company if they're going to sell them off.
Yeah.
If they're going to sell off, NetherRealm, if they're going to sell off, Monolith or any of the other studios, Rockstar, was it Rockstar? Rocksteady,
yeah,
and things like that. So I believe if those games are too far out, I think they're They
the
don't want
next 2
to
years,
cancel
yeah.
them because they're not technically canceled if they're trying to sell them off, because they don't want people that are trying to invest to buy the company to say, oh, this game's like they don't want that, oh, it's canceled now. All the people like us customers are like, well, the game's canceled, what are you going to do? So I don't think they're going to come out and cancel it. Like Matt said, behind the scenes, good possibility that it is, and
But I
they're
mean,
just
if they
waiting.
sold that, they wouldn't, like, they're not going to give Wonder Woman IP to fucking
That's the problem, right? Because what I
That's
think,
what we don't know.
yeah, that's what so if I was WB Discovery, I would be like try and be like what Disney is doing, right? You know, and I would like not really have any in-house things, but I would have like a division that's kind of in charge with licensing out the IP to different studios and stuff, right? So if I was them and I have all this cost, but you know what's really valuable, what you got is DC IP, right? You got all that DC stuff, and you got all this Warner Brothers stuff, right? And you can like license it out like crazy, just like Disney does right now. Disney's licensing out projects to everybody. You know, you got Star Wars stuff everywhere, you got Marvel stuff everywhere, left and right. And if I was WB Discovery, I'm like, okay, I'm looking at that. They got all these games coming out, and they're not having to fund the development of them. You know what I mean? And they're going to be able to reap some of the benefits from that. So I'm looking at them like, why are we funding all these massive games? And when we're like having to close all these things because we formed our company based off of debt. So they're kind of streamlining and focusing on their streaming service. That's why I'm worried though, because they're not going to sell the license for DC when they sell these gaming studios. And when that's probably why they haven't actually sold the gaming studios yet, because they're not getting enough back probably for the studios that are going to be moving on without their IP. The only IP I could foresee potentially moving on would be Mortal Kombat with NetherRealm, right? Because they've been so attached to that. But who knows? Even I see you shake your head. Who knows even that, right? But
because there wasn't the Mortal Kombat from like a couple years ago. That was like one of their most popular grossing movies or whatever, I think.
Right. So what are they gonna do? You know, but is Mortal Kombat even as valuable to them without NetherRealm? You know what I mean? So I think it could be kind of tied to them in that case. But you know, these other studios like Rocksteady, you know, WB Montreal and all these things have been known for making licensed games are not going to be as attractive money-wise to investors. So maybe they're going to make the money off of these games and then sell them, or hopefully not axe them, right? That would be the worst case scenario.
Here's what I've kind of been thinking. You guys can jump in and agree or not, but possibly what is happening with these studios. So Mortal Kombat and like the DC stuff and all. Do you think that they're wanting to keep the movie IP and just sell off the gaming IP aspect, so you can own the gaming aspect, but we
Right.
can make movies still
No,
with
because they would fear that you would damage their brand name.
Yeah.
Not for DC. I could see for Mortal Kombat possibly, but not for other traditional Warner Brothers or DC properties.
Yeah.
Right.
Or are they going to keep the license and just rent the license out so you can, like, you know, make the game?
If you want it and they're willing to, they would do a licensing deal.
Maybe that's what they're trying to do. And you can get these studios, but we're keeping the IPs. You want to make a game, you have to rent, you know, buy or just we'll lend you the IP for whatever the deal is. And maybe that's not lucrative for a lot of these companies. Like, like I love like Naughty NetherRealm. If they keep Mortal Kombat, sweet. But if they're like, no, we still want to make video games, but if you want to make a game, you know, this is the deal. If that's the part, then maybe that NetherRealm is like, fuck, that's my fucking game. We've built it. You're not keeping it. You know what I mean? So maybe there's some internal fighting, and we just don't know it until, you know,
Well, I think with the
something
NetherRealm
comes
thing, it's
out.
also because they've like held on to that Mortal Kombat IP, so it's whatever's in their contract. I think of like however that deal went down when
It
they
could
sold
be.
stuff.
You know, it could be. And I don't know, man. It'd be interesting. I'm really been keeping an eye on them. Like you can see, like if it's like studios get sold off separately, I can see like Embracer Group even getting involved again because they've said they're looking to make more acquisitions. I think personally, I think Xbox really wants to freaking close this deal because like that's
They can start offering some money.
they can start getting in on this because you look at what that has. You know, if you're really trying to even improve your brand more, that DC IP in and of itself, you know, it could be a huge game changer. And going out there and getting some of these devs at these studios that they already have great relationships with, you know, would be pretty interesting. And at that point, though, in order to get the IP, you know what you'd have to do is you'd have to just buy WB Discovery as a whole, right? So that would be even more interesting, and the Xbox would be looking to go beyond just gaming with the entertainment at that point.
Yeah,
They'd be going into
TV shows
streaming and TV shows and movies and stuff like that, but they could operate it separately still. You know what I mean?
The only problem with that is I think Microsoft's kind of realized, like, when we try to buy out a streaming service or like a competitor platform, it always kind of fails, and we sink a shit ton of money into it, and then we end up canceling it. Like Mixer, Zune, like every time they've tried to buy their way in, it's always fucked them.
That's why IP and content is king, though. Like with DC, you get Batman and all this stuff, right? Like, and if you're gonna have so much pressure at that point to make content for that stuff, you know, that I think that it would push them to do more than as if like it was some other random stuff. Like those rumors about Netflix, with Microsoft wanting to acquire Netflix. I could like foresee like Microsoft trying to do something like buying Netflix, but it doesn't excite me at all because like they don't have as much IP, right? They don't have as much amazing like historical IP that people really give a shit about. Now, Stranger Things, yes, but really beyond that, like really, what is there that people are just
that, like baking show or whatever? This ripoff of British Bake Off or whatever.
Right? Yeah. So you got that. You got lots of cool shows on there, but like, it's not freaking Batman. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, Superman and Wonder Woman and Mortal Kombat and all those things. You know, you got Stranger Things. That's the only like IP I can think of that is really like pop culture, super important. Unless I'm missing one. Anybody think of anything else from Netflix that is that important pop culture wise besides Stranger Things?
They're not on that same level, but they have a lot of smaller shows that have kind of like a cult following and would make for good content if you were to do a crossover into gaming. So what is it called? Like Love, War, and Robots or something like that, I think. A lot of those shorts pretty much would be a good foundation or a good starter story for, you know, an upcoming video game IP. Same thing with Umbrella Academy. It's another one of those small, you know, shows that, it's nowhere near like Stranger Things. But
just some of those shows, I'm not sure if Netflix just like went to them and like it's like a comic or something. Like they're just like, hey, we'll make a TV show if you like give us the rights to it or whatever. So I'm like, I'm not sure like what actually Netflix.
They find like a distributor. So Netflix like it does the distribution, like kind of, and I think that a lot of the stuff is not theirs. Like Stranger Things, they own that, I'm pretty sure, right? And other things as well. But there's a lot of stuff that they don't own that's on there. You know, when you see like a Netflix original, right? I think it's like theirs. You know what I mean?
That because I think it's just whatever they make in house, but that's not necessarily their IP. Because like The Witcher is a Netflix original. It's just but they don't own The Witcher.
So they have the license. It's almost like they have the licensing for the IP, kind of like the way you would do a WB deal.
Yeah, but that's a good example of one that's actually really pop culture popular is The Witcher. But then again, they don't own the rights to The Witcher, right? Just the show, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Wolfrey says we should check out The Sandman on Netflix. Yeah, people have been telling me that. I need to check that out.
It's a DC show.
Yeah.
Along the lines of Constantine, it's the Sandman. He puts you.
Yeah, which is why is that on Netflix and not on like HBO Max? Because it's DC.
It's because it's Warner Brothers.
Does that make any sense to anybody?
They're still trying to figure out how to get their whole content streaming stuff
I mean,
going.
they got Discovery Plus, they got HBO Max. I mean, and they're gonna give stuff out to their competitor. Like, I don't
They're testing
understand. I don't
things
know.
out. Well, here's from somebody that's on the inside that gave me a little bit of a hint. They test certain things out that they don't know if they're going to be as successful on other platforms, get people hooked on it, and then pull it from that platform. That's what Disney did. So they're following that same mantra now.
Yeah, I
Yeah, because I
guess.
don't know if I would sign up for HBO to watch The Sandman, but since I kind of just keep Netflix, I might watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't know. There's so many like cool things. So also, I mean, hey, WB Discovery also has like Game of Thrones, right, with HBO Max. I mean, they have all those big show franchises too that you could do some cool stuff with gaming.
I'd love to have a Game of Thrones game.
Oh yeah.
And if they did like I mean, they could do so much. I mean, they can go back to like a KOTOR with the old Valerian lore with that, and so and they could do what we saw from the books and what they what was represented through HBO. Great series all the way up to season 6. 7 was all right. 8 was a little rushed. Still stellar freaking series, but it would be fantastic if we got if they were able to do something with that franchise, and if they were
they're
able
doing a
to,
prequel series.
well, gaming wise, not movie
Yeah, no.
wise. This is not Fun Pop. So.
Yeah, it would be a lot of possibilities. This is something I would hope for. You know what I mean? Like if I think it would be for the best for the gaming aspect of it, right? Because for me, like I'm looking at as a gamer, the potential of possibilities of what's gonna happen with WB Discovery. I'm looking at they're either gonna close studios, they're gonna sell off studios, they're gonna keep them, and that's cool too. I just think that's not as likely, right?
That's what I was saying, that like, because with Gotham Knights, they haven't put in the majority of the dev money. Like that was AT&T before they sold that off. So like they're going to be making more profit off that. But with like Wonder Woman, they're putting in the majority of the dev money in that game. So they'll be taking a bigger hit. If they're just going to sell it off, they're not just going to put that money into just sell it,
Yeah, I'm curious, man. The last things that they did all surprised me, with these WB Discovery things. So, they canceled Batgirl, and they had some other cancellations too of like some other shows and stuff that they have on their platforms, and then it's like, what are they really trying to accomplish? Because like I think they're doing away with HBO Max and going to integrate it all into one thing, and people love HBO Max. Like it's one of the better services out there, like
it was fantastic during the pandemic, Mav. I mean, we got day one releases, day and date. That was like the thing. HBO Max, day and date, Game Pass. That was like 2020 was
HBO
like, and that thing was fantastic. I was like, holy crap, gaming and movies, two things that I love, are they're able to give day and date. But now and the animation are the DC animations, which are like fantastic. Those animated movies are like phenomenal. They're like getting rid of those too. They're not doing them as much. It's like, so it just, to me, it's like they're ready to sell off whatever it is that they're trying to sell off. Either they're not, like, we don't make enough money with these animation movies, so we're not going to make them anymore. We're not making as much money in this gaming, so we're going to finish what we're doing. Other stuff we're putting on hold until we can find somebody to buy these, and we can work a deal if they want to, license out the IP, whatever the case they're going to do. And it almost feels like they're unsure what they have. It's like Discovery's like, we know TV content, and that's what we're going to focus on. we're not going to focus on the gaming and these cartoons because I don't think Discovery has any type of animation
I think that's
in
just all
their
reality show stuff on Discovery Plus.
yeah. So they're like, we don't know cartoons, we don't know this. So what we don't know, we're gonna just get rid of, except for Flash. We're gonna keep that movie. We don't care that the guy ran around the country,
kidnapping people, robbing people.
Yeah, he got another
got
assault charge, I think, in Vermont. He has a warrant out for his arrest.
It
I
was
think.
burglary.
Burglary.
Yeah.
Oh, he stole something this time? Was it
He
another?
stole alcohol.
Did he steal another person or?
No, he stole alcohol from someone's house.
He
Oh,
kicked in
okay.
the door at the liquor store and grabbed the first bottle he could see. He's like, "I'm Ezra Miller, bitches!" and runs out. It's crazy.
But they
he's a
charge him. They
menace.
just want him to appear in court. So like that's why I was like, he's just gonna run to Mexico. Like he's not gonna go to court.
Wouldn't it be crazy if actually like this is when he was filming, he actually created a flashpoint, and this is now his alternate life? Like it's like
he just went so deep into acting that he's still like
he's still method acting at this point. He's the Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he's getting ready for the Reverse Flash. He's like,
Yeah.
guess what, folks? This is all a ruse. Ha
Yeah.
ha.
It's crazy, and that's
no
the
bad
one.
publicity.
I keep thinking more and more that like that one is going to be canned, but like I think the reason they haven't is because they know it's a really fucking good movie.
I think
Yes.
there's a lot of
You know?
connections to the universe that they're trying to set up.
Yeah, and I think it's too important to their future plans, and then maybe
Yeah.
they're going to try and do a reshoot to figure out what the hell to do with this crazy guy
recast
for the
him.
next one, and like, but like they can't just like. I mean, if you do reshoots on that, you're reshooting the main character. So every scene that
I mean, they
he's
can
in
do
it.
some stupid stuff and be like, it's actually a flash from Earth 340. You know? It's
Yeah,
like,
but you know how expensive all those reshoots would be. You know, you're pretty much reshooting the whole movie all over again. You know.
Yeah.
And like I don't want them to do like a Henry Cavill mustache hiding situation either. You know, when you remember that in Justice League, and you had that weird mouth, but it
That's
looked
what
like
I'm
a
saying, they just
potato
bring in a
man
new
with like a
Flash
fake
at the-
human
They
mouth.
just bring in a new Flash at the end of the movie for it to make sense for future movies or something.
Right, that's what I think they're gonna
Yeah.
do. You know, like have a weird Flash person replacement. You know, and maybe they're shopping for a new Flash right now behind the scenes to surprise everybody and to have like a good casting for it. But that is shocking. I mean, but that's another IP they hold though. The Flash is very valuable in my opinion. I think you could do a lot with it in gaming too. You know, do some Flash racing games.
Yeah, you just play Sonic at that point.
Flash versus Sonic Racing 2. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's weird. Hey, let's get back into this Call of Duty talk a little bit because I kind of glossed over it. But this Call of Duty event is the
15th.
Call of Duty Next, September 15th. The announcement at Champs revealed the forthcoming the Champs Sporting Goods store.
No, it's there was their esports thing. I think.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's what
I think they just had their
No.
championship.
they went to a local Champs in like the mall, like, hey, do you guys like Call of Duty? Guess what? We're going to reveal Call of Duty Next here at this shoe store.
Was they get like Under Armour or some shit?
Yeah.
Like, sporting goods.
Call of Duty
Free hats.
brought to you by Champs. Well, I just reading this, the announcement at Champs. I'm like, what the fuck is Champs? Okay, revealed the forthcoming Call of Duty Next. What's next? This is an era-defining franchise event showcasing the immediate future of Call of Duty sneaker brand. No, I was kidding. Call of Duty broadcast on September 15th, 2022. Presented by Infinity Ward and featuring robust information drops detailing innovations, live gameplay, and a whole lot more. Expect to learn the following: what the imminent future of Call of Duty will look like, including many more details regarding Modern Warfare 2, information on the next Call of Duty Warzone, and more on the mobile version of Call of Duty Warzone, also known as Project Aurora. Also, there will be a full Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer reveal. a multitude of your favorite streamers at the event playing the games in real time. In real time, everybody. So that's really cool. They're not. It's gonna be real. Also, redacted information and surprises. Did y'all remember the Call of Duty event last year?
Which one?
There was one like really close to launch of Vanguard, or maybe it's actually the launch day of Vanguard. I don't remember. That was the craziest shit I've ever seen before for a gaming event ever. I think you had like T-Pain hosting it, and you had all these celebrities playing and stuff, and they were just like drunk as hell and high, just like shooting the shit. Like, and then they kept playing these songs like live, and like there was
it's so bad. I don't know what you're talking about.
The songs were like, oh my god, that just broadcasted that out to the world. It was talking about like, fuck yo bitch, oh I want to fucking sit on your face, and they're like, whoa, this is like broadcasted around the world right now to like all the Call of Duty fans. Little Timmy's like, Mommy, can I watch the Call of Duty event? Because I'm really excited because COD's coming. Now, Call of Duty is rated M for mature, so he shouldn't be watching this. But it was shocking, man. It was crazy, dude. And maybe is this going to be like that? Is that what the surprises are going to be, you think?
No, I think they're going to, they're supposed to reveal new modes. So I think they're going to show off that DMZ mode, which is supposed to be like the next big mode in gaming or whatever.
Right.
It's like a mix between Warzone and multiplayer and battle royale and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, one of those things.
It's supposed to be like a Tarkov style mode for Call of Duty. So
right on. So it could be cool.
Yeah.
It seems like whenever these shooters trying to put a new twist on this stuff, it just doesn't work out. Like Battlefield's failed twice. Now I don't think anybody plays that new one in the in Battlefield 2042. No. So we'll see how it goes.
Tarkov mode that they had,
In Warzone, they've done different things within Warzone, like different game modes and different things, and they never kind of really last. It's just everybody just plays Warzone, the traditional stuff, you know. But yeah, they got. I'm most excited about the multiplayer reveal. To be honest, what are y'all looking forward to seeing more from
mobile? No, I'm sure.
No. Are you going to get the Call of Duty this year, Psycho? Are you excited about it or?
Oh yeah. The Infinity Ward franchise, or oh my god, what am I saying? The Infinity Ward studio has always been good with Call of Duty. So those games, I have faith that they are done well. So like the 2019 Call of Duty Modern Warfare, phenomenal. Love it. I have it. Play it. Well, I don't play it right now because it's so big that there's other games that I got on my hard drive that I'm playing. But you know, if I had space, it would be on there. But yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna be getting it. It's gonna be. Now we'll wait to see how much it is because I've seen people out there.
It's 70.
Saying, yeah, I know it's 70, but they're going with that $60 because
it's
Xbox
not.
games are 60.
And if the acquisition goes through before it releases, I mean, there's like a slim chance. But at that time, they would already have so many pre-orders probably that they wouldn't, you know.
The pre-order's already out on Xbox, so like I don't think they can change it. They would have to refund everyone's pre-order.
They would have to refund everyone, or they would have to refund the money, the $10. You know.
Yeah. Not what
this one's definitely 70, and maybe in the future they go to 60, but this one's already a lock, stock, and barrel 70. It ain't changing until there's a sale.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, what I hope doesn't happen is this is the gateway for $70 games to Xbox. With the Activision thing, I don't think it's happening. That's just my worst case scenario. I hope it does not happen, but
I mean, who knows? I mean, all the Activision Blizzard games announced so far are going to be $70, right? So, well, it'll be interesting to see after the acquisition goes through if they change that at all, or if that. I don't know if they will though. I mean, I'm 100% against $70 games. However, begrudgingly, I'm going to pay for it on certain games that I have to have day one, and I'm not going to let the extra $10, even those as much as I think it sucks ass, keep me from buying it, and that's why they're doing it. However, I do think it does affect some people that will not actually pull that trigger. And we've seen that reflected in game sales, actually, of a lot of the games that have been priced at $70. You know,
if Skull and Bones was 60, I probably would just take the hit. But since it's 70, I'm going to question it even more.
Yeah, I'll wait. It's a Ubisoft game too. Like this, you know, that's going to be on sale in like 3 or 4 months at least, even probably earlier.
50% off.
And it'll be it'll be at least $40, you know, 50 at the highest by Christmas time probably, you know. And I'll wait for that then. And the only question is, will Skull and Bones
be worth it?
be worth that? I don't know, but I mean, this Call of Duty is gonna be massive, you know. So, you know, I didn't buy Vanguard again. It's the last one I didn't buy. The first one I didn't buy. Did you?
Got all the achievements in it the other night. Finally
yeah.
finished it.
You know, I think Cold War kind of put me off a little bit, and you know, the Vanguard beta I was really not into. This one I'm super excited about because this is the next, like Psycho said, it's the next Infinity Ward, the next Modern Warfare game. And I think that it's going to be probably the best Call of Duty we've had since Modern Warfare 2019. Lots of content, lots of things to do. Much. Yeah. Well, that's not saying much, but I think it's going to set them on the right path. And the new Warzone stuff, and I think there's a lot of potential here with COD going forward. I think this is going to be the real next step for them. So I am looking forward to seeing it. But you know what? Hey, guys, we have a segment we do here on Fun Speculation Podcast on Mondays when we know the games coming out for the week, the games that were not delayed.
Well, there's still a chance.
There's still a chance. There's still a chance for some of these. And that segment's called Tidbits. So let's get into some tidbits, guys. Hi, everybody. This is Tidbits. we're going to be taking a look at the games releasing this week here and have some fun and watch some trailers. And maybe there's some couple surprises that you didn't know about.
I'm going to actually buy one of these games. So.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, here's one game
that I don't have to buy. That
is in Game Pass day one, everybody. And now this is a third-party game that's day one in Game Pass. This is published by Sega. Again, Xbox reaping some of the benefits from the partnership, I believe, that people said was only going to be in the cloud, about the cloud and stuff. But more and more Sega games come to Game Pass on PC day one. And also, we got 2 Sega games actually hit the Microsoft store today.
Yeah, this comes out August 9th, by the way,
and
2 Point Campus.
Yes. So Total War, Warhammer 1 and 2 just hit the Microsoft store on PC. So let's take a look at 2 Point Campus. I am looking forward to this game. I have been.
Me too.
What is education? Here at 2 Point Campus, we aim not only to pose that question, but also to ask it. Over the past however many years, you, our graduating
might come out at midnight
students,
tonight, I'm not sure.
have demonstrated a laser-sharp focus on your studies. You've broken new ground, as well as loads of other things. And even outside of academia, our fledgling cheeseball team have shown that, well, in their case, things can only get fatter.
That's a
Today,
good one.
as we unceremoniously, that were a long word, dump you into the outside world, we truly do hope that all your plausible dreams come true. So go forth and ask the important questions, like, can I have one of those biscuits? I know you
That's a
are,
cookie.
but what am I? And
I have to be honest, this trailer's annoying me right now.
Yeah.
I want to see. Here we go. What is the
There's some
game?
gameplay.
Yeah.
I do apologize. I thought this had more gameplay in it. For
No, you're good, Fuzzy. It's not your fault.
Yeah, you didn't make the trailer.
So, yeah. So basically,
Campus, enroll now.
you're gonna be building like a university, and controlling everything about it and like what goes in
It's
there.
a
And
city builder kind of game.
yeah,
But you're just kind of focused on a campus.
sequel to 2 Point Hospital, but like this is like looks like 2 Point Hospital like on steroids, kind of. This next game is
We
called
are very happy to share with you our upcoming adventure.
Lost in Play.
We wanted to create a game that will recapture the spirit of play from our
Switch and
childhood,
PC on
and
August
make it
10th.
feel like you are playing a cartoon. Lost in Play is a feel-good adventure. Play as
Now, this
Toto
is
and
all
Gal
supposed
to
to be
explore
gameplay.
dreamscapes and befriend magical
This is
creatures.
definitely gameplay. I can tell. Yeah, this is like a little.
On this journey,
Looks like a
they
little
tackle
action. I mean, not
difficult
action.
situations
Like a
that
little
only together they can get
adventure
out of.
game, like story
Using
Is
their
that
game.
wits
Ronald
and
McDonald
courage.
as a kid?
It looks like Raggedy Ann.
We created
Whoa,
over
this took a
30
turn.
different unique and challenging minigames. We wanted to create an evolution of the classic point-and-click adventure games we used to play
Okay.
when we were kids. By making the gameplay
It's impressive
much more fluid
art,
and natural
for
modern-day
it looks like a real
consoles.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Making the game feel at home both with the gamepad as well as with a mouse. Having young kids of our own,
Okay.
we aim to create a game you can play with your entire family, where adults and children can enjoy playing together.
Like, can we, not to be disrespectful at all, but just gonna move the needle a little bit further
Allow
forward.
yourself to get lost in your imagination.
Okay.
Allow yourself to get lost in play.
Yeah, Lost and Play.
Lost
It
in
looks
Play
pretty
will be
cool.
available
Switch
on
and
Nintendo
Switch and
And
PC.
PC this summer.
How much is this game? Is it $70?
Yep,
No.
it's on the Switch. 70.
No, it's not. It's got to be like probably
$4.99.
yeah, something like that. Let's look it up. I'm curious. Lost in Play. I'm just gonna Google that. And Lost in Play on Steam. Ooh, Nintendo Store. It is loading. $19.99. You were $5 too much. They're giving us a steal, everybody. $19.99. It doesn't look bad. It looks pretty cool. I'm a little excited about this next game. I have seen indie gamers. Shout out to indie. Psycho was talking about him earlier because me and him hung out on his show earlier today, talking about As Dusk Falls. And this is another game that I saw him play, and looks pretty cool. Cult of the Lamb.
This was at Summer Games Fest, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this Game Pass game?
No, unfortunately not.
It looks like it would be for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, it'll probably come to Game Pass in like 3 to 6 months, kind of like the way Death's Door did, even though they're not related or anything like that. But
Yeah.
I get a feeling it'll be a few months before it does.
Yeah. It's just kind of like a roguelite / like little town builder type game.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick this up on Steam Deck. So if it does come to Game Pass later, that's great. But I think this will be kind of cool on the Steam Deck.
That's a good suggestion, Fuzz. Maybe I'll get it on there.
And I think because of the town building stuff and the different traits that your followers can have, pretty much no two people's towns will look the same, or two cults or whatever look the same.
Here's some actual gameplay.
It's kind of like Starving
It kind of reminds me of Nobody Saves the World in a way, mixed with like Hades, but with that Nobody Saves the World look to it. Style.
Cool. August 11th. I only see Xbox and Series X and S and Xbox One on there, but it's coming out to Switch and PC and PS4 and 5 as well.
Yeah.
And this next one,
I think this might be a free-to-play game.
yeah, isn't this already out?
The beta was like last month.
Oh, yeah, we played the beta for this. That's what it is. This is
The
actually
multiplayer beta didn't work, so we couldn't join each other.
yeah, this was made by geez, what did they work on before? Oh,
Wait, is it
yeah,
the
the
ones that
Iron.
used to work
Yeah,
on
it used to work on Killer
Oh,
Instinct.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they used to work on Killer Instinct. Yep.
Well, it tells you right there. You can just
Yeah,
play
you're right.
30 seconds in the chat. It's a battle royale that's like melee focused.
So instead of a new Killer Instinct, this is what we're getting. I gotta mute that because that's probably copyright.
Yeah.
So enjoy this audioless rumble fighting. I have to admit I like battle royales, and I played this and I didn't like it.
I played one match and I was like, this isn't for me.
Yeah. It's just like random kind of punching and kicking each other and stuff, and you know, it has some decent mechanics. It plays well. It just didn't
Yeah, I think
grab
if
me.
maybe you were more into the fighter games, like maybe this would jump
Yeah.
out to you more.
It's trying to be like a Smash Bros battle royale, like 3D, like world type situation, you know?
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah, at first I thought it was like a wannabe Knockout City, but
No. Yeah.
no dodgeball.
No, this is like a bigger open map, and it has a large amount of players, and you dwindle down to like a winner. You know, that typical BR. Made by a pretty talented team. They got this published by Epic, and I'm not excited about it whatsoever. So I would wish we got like Killer Instinct instead. But here's something I know that you are looking forward to, Jasper.
Yeah, boy.
That is loud, huh?
The city is in danger. It needs our help.
All of our help. All right, well, call the play, coach.
Hello, New York! Coming through.
Improved shadows. Ultra wide. That's got to be pretty cool. I would like that if I had an ultra wide monitor.
I think they have a thing in there where you can, if you don't have an ultra wide, but you have three, you can split it on all.
Yeah.
You're lucky you found actual cash.
I don't know if I can beat him.
Maybe you can't. Maybe Spider-Man needs help. Guess I gotta play harder to get.
I don't feel like a failure. I feel like me.
Get more backup. And lock down the airspace.
You have to learn to swallow that Parker pride and accept that you're human, like the rest of us.
Yeah,
I caught the bad guys, but
what?
you might want to bring a ladder.
yeah. So Spider-Man finally makes its way to PC. The game that nobody ever thought was going to come out to PC is coming out to PC. Even the developers themselves said that this was never going to come to PC. But guess what? It's out of their control because Nixus is porting this over to PC.
And I'm gonna be playing it with an Xbox controller.
Yeah. No, you know, I'll be honest with you. The only thing that this trailer made me want is a ultra wide monitor and a new PC because I'm like looking at that. Holy shit! If I got a badass PC and an ultra wide monitor, like that looked really cool. Seeing that scene from Spider-Man, because I'm familiar with Spider-Man pretty well, but wow, that looked pretty awesome. But
for Def Leppard, I think it's $59.99 on Steam.
Yeah, it's 60, and you get all the DLC, and it's the remastered version, so you get all the next gen features.
Yeah. If I had an ultra wide monitor and a really kick-ass PC, I would buy this to play it with all that settings. So this is that good of a game, and I feel like that would add something to it, you know.
So wait a minute. You can have the DualSense on your PC and get the DualSense features that they charge the extra $10 for.
I don't. Maybe that you can use the DualSense on the PC, but do they give you the DualSense features on PC?
Yeah, that's in the trailer. You get
Was
full
it?
DualSense controller support. Yeah,
Wow.
like you have a PlayStation 5 controller.
That's interesting. That's cool. That's interesting.
I know people are complaining. They're saying it's overpriced, but I don't know. I know it's an old game, but
It's
I've
$60.
never played it, so it's 60.
It does have a lot of new capability with it.
60?
Yeah.
Hold on. It's $60 for the remastered first Spider-Man game.
Yeah, with all the DLC.
PS5 had it for $50. And was it 50 with Miles Morales?
It was 70 with
70 with Miles Morales.
So 50 without Miles. So it's $10 more on PC than on.
No, I think Miles Morales was 50, and then it was 70 with both, or for the like enhanced version.
70 for the combo, because that's what I got, the combo.
Okay, so it's $20. So PC's getting charged.
Well, I don't think they ever sold it. Did they sold it set? Did they sell it separately? The remaster?
No, well, not. I think they eventually did, but initially that was the whole deal, because people were like, "Well, I just want that for $20," and they were like, "Nope, you got to spend $70 to get the $20 thing that you want."
So that's what originally I was like really like telling it. Like I had several videos because this was like early on our channel. I was like, this is fucked up, and nobody was saying anything about it. I was like, you guys don't understand. They're pretty much tricking you into paying for that expansion for $70, and they're giving you the original game for free. And it was really just like Spider-Man Ultimate Edition with the Miles Morales extra expansion, which had grown quite a bit, right? For $70, right? It wasn't like you buy Miles Morales, you get Spider-Man remastered for free. It was like, that's not really kind of, you could tell how they flipped it on people. They like manipulated the system and the marketing to like, oh, I'm getting this too for free, but it's actually like, if you really look at it, you were paying $70 for both, and it was originally supposed to be like extra content, you know what I mean? So they kind of just tricked people there. However, I do kind of agree with Jasper as far as like this being worth it for me. If I was to want to buy it, I do think it should be lower. I think it should be $50 or $40, right? But if I was to have a PC and I never had a PlayStation or Xbox, and I'm looking at this and all the features with the ultra wide screen support, and you got all these other bells and whistles, you got all the content, everything, I think 60 would be a fair price at that point.
It's a new game, so it's like I've never played it, so
yeah.
But it is, from what I
it should have included Miles Morales for that price, though. I think
right now, it is.
If they come out a month later and be like, "And Miles Morales does another $10 upcharge," I'll be like, "Fuck you."
No, Miles Morales will be another $60.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
they'll try to sell Miles for 60.
It is not a standalone. You cannot get it by itself through the American stores. You can buy it with Miles Morales Ultimate Edition for $50 through Best Buy.
Yeah, it was 70 at launch for that.
That is it. That's the only way you can get it. You can try to go through these online deal things. I see it.
They have digital code stuff
for $47. So that's crazy that it's $60 for PC, and on PS5 it's
I will never complain about PC gamers having to pay more than console
I'm just
players,
saying
just
that
because like
it's just
been on the
funny that
opposite
they're
end.
Well, I'm
getting
not gonna
paid.
go buy a
They're
$500
getting
console
paid.
to get a $50 games.
Well, it's just funny
Spend
that
60 on
Sony's
my
doing
PC.
this to the PC guys, and it's
Yeah, they're definitely getting what they can here. They don't need to pay
Oh,
charge
fuck, yeah.
$60, right? I agree with you,
no,
Psycho.
this should be 50 with miles. If they're doing that for PS5, it should be the same. That's the next gen video game.
I think the problem was I think they charged 50 for God of War and Horizon on PC. I think that's kind of where people were kind of complaining.
Yeah.
Oh, so they actually are charging more for this than those?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Why?
That's what I'm saying. And Sony.
They'll probably say,
What
"Well, the Marvel
Yeah.
licensing."
Yeah, because Spider-Man's going to bring in the people.
I mean, I do love that game. It's a fantastic game. I need to finish. This is actually another thing. This is making me. I haven't finished Miles Morales yet. I need to go and finish that.
I just find it funny.
But think of all the
That's all.
mods that you can do on PC.
Oh, they've already done mod. I've seen the mods already. Some of it is funny.
I just hope it's not broken on PC. Like sometimes these PC ports come out and there's just like weird shit happening all over the place. And you know, when Miles Morales launched, there was some weird stuff going on at launch. So it wouldn't surprise me if this had some kind of launch issues. Didn't another PlayStation game have a lot of issues when it launched on PC?
Horizon?
Was it Horizon?
Oh, on PC.
The original Horizon.
Was it Death Stranding or something? I can't remember. There was one game that launched on PC and people were like, "This shit's fucked." Like it was not.
Days Gone. I think
Days
had
Gone?
some issues too.
Yeah.
But the main one I
Days
think was
Gone
Horizon
was
Zero
fucked, I think.
Dawn. Was like it was for like a couple of months. They had to, you know, people were complaining about a patch
Right.
and stuff like that because it was like 20 frames even on like a beast PC because it just wasn't optimized right.
So it
I'll
looks like
find out in 4 days or whatever if I get fucked on it.
Jasper.
Yeah.
You can go to CD Keys Jasper and pick it up for $46.69 free shipping.
A
the
PlayStation 5 copy that I won't
No,
be able to play.
digital PC. You can get the digital PC free shipping for $46.69.
Free shipping.
CD Keys.
I
Yeah,
mean,
free shipping.
Well, they should ship them a code like in the mail. I mean,
I don't know, but it says free shipping.
I'll just go through a
bold
trusted
lettering.
source.
We're gonna
of
send you-
Steam and pay the $10 extra.
Yeah. We're gonna send you this code by snail mail. You should have it next week, a week after the game comes out, and hopefully it makes it to you. Free shipping,
That is awesome.
free email.
Free email.
Yeah,
But I don't pay for my email.
I know nobody does. That's why it's so ludicrous to have a shipping for a key.
But that is
don't get it.
fucking hilarious. That it is more money for PC.
I mean, that's
than it is on the
just
PS5.
par for the course with Sony at this point, man. It's like every time they release anything new, it's just overpriced.
It's that next gen version though, so it's you gotta
Yeah.
get the $10 extra.
And the other thing, like
But it's $50 for fuck you. Sorry.
the other thing
That
is,
was
if you
dumb.
really compare this to what Xbox would be doing, it's like they wouldn't even charge you for the PC version at all. You just buy one and you get the PC version as well.
Yeah.
And even if it comes out later, like if you own Age of Empires on PC, when they eventually come out on console, you should automatically get it, right?
It's
Yeah.
also in Game Pass.
It's
I mean,
also
they
in
did
Game
that with
Pass.
Flight Simulator because I bought the top one of the Flight Simulator on PC and it automatically gave it to
Right.
me, even though it's in Game Pass, but it still shows as own software.
Yeah, if you
as
buy it
opposed
within the
to-
Microsoft store, that is, right? If you buy it like on Steam or
Right.
something, it's not going to matter. But that's just, Sony doesn't have a store on PC, right? That's got to change
Not yet.
at some point. if they keep doing this, you got to think they got to be less reliant on third-party companies to sell their products. Yeah, they're losing money that they don't have to. You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't have to pay that 30% or 20% or whatever Steam's going to make if they had their own store. And I think eventually you'll see Sony do something more with that, like as their
My God, you can't imagine how awful that PC store is going to be.
it'll be the pride of the Sony Nation. I guarantee you. You know what I mean? It's like no matter how bad it is, it'll be people talk about it all the time. I'll tell you right now, Microsoft storefront on PC sucks ass. The Xbox app sucks ass. Everything about it sucks ass. However, I love the service features like cross save, cross play, cross buy. You know what I mean? Game Pass, all that stuff. It makes it worth dealing with the shitty stuff. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know, like I don't know. I would have to have a killer ass PC to consider buying this game twice. You know, it'd have to be better than the PS5 version. And I don't know, but you have that probably, Jasper. You probably have, but you don't have a PS5, right? So like it's right. So it makes sense for that too. And this is one of the reasons they're going to sell a lot, because anybody that doesn't have a PS4 or PS5 hasn't played it, it's gonna get a chance to play it, or even just a PS5, because it's gonna have a big leap from that PS4 version. And if you're had played on PS4 and you get on PS5 now, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Gogol says it's only $10 for much improvement. Sony is very kind to do this. It's praise Sony be praised. Actually, Horizon on PC is better. Same with Days Gone. Yeah, a lot of the games are better on PC just because they have higher spec. You know,
I'm surprised Sony isn't like, if you want the next gen version, it's $70, but you can get the PlayStation 4 version on PC for $60.
Right.
Don't give them ideas.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Like, you know what? This kid's spitting. So let's start doing that.
Yeah. Oh.
We'll put in the coding that it's maxed out at 1080p for the PS4 version.
My God. Like, what if they like reverse like quality on their console versions later, right before the PC versions are about to come out? Like, oh, hey, we updated this game. It's broken now. We can't fix it. We can't figure it out. Oh, well, guess what? We got a PC version coming out next week. Hey, Fuzzy, Shizno says he was able to get GT7 on his PS5, and you're right. It's much better than Sport. Definitely feels like classic GT. I agree, Shizno. Yeah. It has all of the classic GT elements in it, including the horrible physics and everything, but I still love it. It's fun as hell. So I guess that was a recommendation from you, Fuzz.
Yeah, I enjoy the game. It's just a matter of the payouts are kind of low, but there was a few glitches where you could make a lot real quick with some of the Tomahawk cars. They've kind of patched that since, but there's a few races out there where you can make like $500 million in 30 minutes or something. What was that, Jasper?
I said, do you own everything in the game yet?
No, I don't want all those cars, because there's some $20 million cars that I'll never race. But I have
see, like, you post on Twitter like every couple of days, like a lottery spin, and that
you
like,
get the lowest one every time.
He plays this game so fucking much. Like, how does he not have everything in it?
No, I should have every car. I've had enough winnings to buy every car, but I've bought like 20 of certain cars. So I have 20 of the regular M3 from 88 or 89, and then I have like 15 of the lightweight ones, and I have basically every other M3. I have about 5 or 6 of them, because I'll do like a mixed BMW race, or
so
I'll
instead
have
of like just tuning your car for like a specific race, you just make 20 different tunes of that same car. It's just like, this one's the slow one, this one's the fast one. It's like,
well, no, I'll have it so those can be the AI cars. That's the big thing that I like about GT, is that you can create your own racing grid. So I'll take some of the cars that are in my garage with the paint schemes, the setups, which are usually they're like 50 power points higher than what my car is, just to kind of balance it a bit. So I'll have the AI in like level 600 cars, hard compound tires. Sometimes I'll do soft compound if it's a lot of turns. That gives me a slight advantage, but I'll detune the car to take away some of the horsepower and torque, so that way it kind of balances it out. And I'll start in 20th and try to see if I can make it to first in 3 laps or less if I can. But a lot of those replays are like either the Mazda Miatas, the 911s, or the M3s that I usually do. And then there's a couple of them where it's like IMSA, where I'll have the Vets and the Ferraris and the Porsches and all them mixed in there as well too.
That reminds me, we're supposed to be getting a Need for Speed reveal in the next month, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Forza Motorsport early next year. We're gonna get some more stuff this year that we don't know about right now. Hopefully.
Well, Gamescom is what, in like 2 weeks, so
yeah. I'm hoping there's a couple of surprise announcements for like this holiday. It's possible.
Ditto.
We'll see.
Well, I'm definitely thinking some sort of announcement on like a Series 3 controller.
That white Elite controller that was kind of leaked today. That's probably gonna be at Gamescom.
Yeah.
Go buy the white version of the Elite controller. Yeah.
Is that the a 3?
V3 though.
No, it's just
it's a Series 2 in white.
Okay.
Yeah. Woohoo! Yay.
Well, there's people that collect them. Like I'm not going to collect the Series 2 in white, but I'm pretty sure. See, they need to put the Elite or the Series controllers in design labs. Like I would definitely buy another Elite if I can customize
my Elite controller. Like I bought it, and like the first month, my right bumper started going out, so I had to take off the faceplate and then put in a piece of paper in between the bumper and the trigger, just so it will like the bumper will work now.
Ooh.
Like I had to do a stupid fix to get my right bumper to work on my Elite controller.
I've been lucky, knock on wood. My Elite one, the first Elite, I went through 4 of those, and Xbox replaced at least 2 of them, and then I did the shady exchange on at least one of them. But on my Elite 2, I'm only on my second one, but that was after like I bought a launch one. It lasted 2 years, perfect. I mean, the A button seemed like it stuck, but for whatever reason, after 2 months, it was fine. But then the Rumble completely stopped working on it like a couple of months ago. So it was like at that 2-year mark. I'm like, all right, I guess I got to get a new one, because I like having the force feedback feel for like the braking pedals or the triggers and stuff like that. But that's
all
it.
right.
No other problems.
Well, guys, it's time to get out of here. We play some games, watch movies, or whatever the hell it is we do.
See if 2 Point Campus comes out in 8 minutes.
Is that actually 8 minutes? That's when it's hidden?
Well, I don't know. It's be midnight my time, so
okay.
It's either that or maybe 3 a.m.
Right on. Psycho, where can everybody find you, bro?
Yes, sir. Chat, thanks for coming out. You guys have been fantastic. Again, Jasper, how was your day? How have you been? Fuzzy, it's fantastic to see you, my friend. And again, thank you for coming out. You guys catch me on social media under Psychonauts 8, and on Fridays you can find me. Oh my God!
Are you okay?
Wow, I blanked
on
the Xbox Ultimate, where I spent the weekend in Texas last week. So go check out that episode, and go check out the social media and see some reveals and some really great videos that Kate put out. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I just fucking blinked out.
That's funny, dude. Maybe you were feeling a little fuzzy, you know?
Yeah, Fuzzy's rubbing off on me.
Yeah. Fuzzy, the always fuzzy one. Mr. Fuzzy Belvedere, where can everybody find you, bro?
Well, just want to thank you guys for having me on, and thanks to everyone in the chat. It was awesome being here with you guys, talking games and getting back to it. Man, can't wait for some of these games coming out later this week. For anybody that just wants to hear me ramble about games or post like gameplay clips of random cars going around in circles, just follow me on Twitter at fuzzy_Belvedere on Twitter and YouTube. And man, looking forward to next Friday, episode 101 on Xbox Ultimate here on Fun Speculation with the family.
Heck yeah, bro. And I'm try to do my best Mr. Boomstick impression here. So, Lore Master Jasper. Now, make sure everybody knows where to find you. Sell your brand, brother. Sell your brand. Make sure everybody knows. No, that's pretty bad. I didn't do a very good job. But hey, where can everybody find you, bro?
Okay, so if you want to buy my brand, go to go to Twitter at Lord Jasper. Yeah, that's where you can find me on Twitter. Lord Master Jasper on YouTube. I'm gonna start streaming again soon. Might stream Spider-Man on PC. We'll see how my stream setup goes with me trying to like crank that game up to max settings. I don't know. But then for sure next week I'm gonna be streaming a hunting game. I'm gonna do kind of some jokey stuff. If you saw the power washing stream, it's kind of the idea. But yeah, that's what I'm up to. Monday night is FSP. You just watched it, so that's when it is. And Friday night is Xbox Ultimate at 9 o'clock, and it's Xbox 101. So I wonder what we're gonna learn next.
Oh, you're right. It's like a school thing. Class is gonna be in session Friday night. Yeah, Xbox Ultimate 101 on Friday. We're looking forward to that. Again, you know, we have PM in the PM every Thursday, guys, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And Mondays here at 10 p.m. Eastern here on FSP. Thanks to everybody watching in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. It's always appreciated. Now, also tomorrow, I will not be able to be on Xbox Factor Podcast, unfortunately. So shout out to Boom, though. And check out Double Barrel Gaming tomorrow. It's gonna have a pretty awesome show lined up. I did see the notes and stuff, so you're gonna want to be there at Double Barrel Gaming for Xbox Factor Podcast on Tuesday. And Kate says, "What the fuck is Xbox 101?" Xbox Ultimate 101, episode 101, baby. Episode 101. It's this Friday.
You gotta teach us something.
Yeah, getting to know Kate. God.
Yeah, it's gonna be our what's it called? When you have like the same number forward and backwards again.
Oh yeah, that's a word, but I
can't remember what it's called. I just always think radar or a Toyota.
Right, man. Oh yeah, but we'll have one of those. It'll be our first one on this channel. That we have one of those kind of shows where it's that.
You had 11 and 22.
Well, I mean, like when it's 3 digits. When it's 3 digits, it doesn't count if it's just double digits. But yeah, everybody, we're looking forward to it. And thanks for watching. And check out some more streams and stuff coming your way. And we'll have a good night, guys. Take it easy. What the Def Leppard says? What the fuck's a frush? I don't what is a frush? I don't know what a frush is. Anybody know what a frush is?
Did someone say that?
A frush?
I don't know. Frush?
Frush? I like that word. I hope it
like
means something.
Rush. Rush is a good band.
A frush?
Is it?
Did someone say that?
I'm thinking like a fresca / crush.
What the fuck's it? Yeah,
that
Def Leppard says.
Sound like a good soda mix.
Yeah, sub Def Leppard. He said, "What the fuck's a frush?" I don't know what a frush is, but I like the word, so maybe somebody can tell me.
Yeah, hit Mav in the DMs with what fresh is.
I'm gonna Google frush.
Yeah, let's Google that.
So, all right.
It's a yogurt, Tony Frush. There's a frush definition and meaning.
The
Revenge of the Nerds. Frog of a horse's foot.
It's from a movie.
The frog of a horse's foot, or a discharge from the frog of a horse's foot.
Ew.
What the?
What? So the frog discharged on the horse's foot?
That's that noun version. Now there's
someone you want to be friends with, a frush, like a crush, but it's a friend.
Yeah. And there's also an adjective version. Dialectal British of timber or cloth, decayed to the point of brittleness, lacking tensile strength. Dialectal British of soil, friable and mellow.
This is the dictionary part of the podcast where we just review words.
Yeah. This is FSP 101.
101.
Def Leppard said, Booker said it in Revenge of the Nerds. Right on. I remember Revenge of the Nerds. Oh, don't be sorry. I love that conversation. Have a fresh day, everybody. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.